Today I wanted to talk about something that is kind of hidden within the coaching sphere, which is going beyond the skill development of your students. What I mean going beyond the skill development is sure teaching them the proper technique, the swing path, proper footwork, strategy. That's all very important. But all that stuff that you're teaching your students, it's really for naught if you're not developing them in one key area, which you cannot overlook as a pickleball coach. And this, what I call, is the hidden potential within your coaching playbook, which is unlocking your students' confidence. Now, confidence is something important because when a student is coming in, which I've seen in my experience, is they lack this confidence. Now, they obviously are dedicated to pickleball. They're passionate about their game. They want to improve. They want to get better. But there's just this little voice inside their head that's saying that they can't do it, they can't improve. And that little voice that has to be squashed. And that little voice is just full of negativity and really just dragging them down. And we need to push them up. We need to raise them up. We need to make sure we're being positive on the court. Make sure we're giving them positive reinforcement about what they're doing right, and just really encouraging them, allowing them to know that where they are today is not where they're going to be tomorrow, and that all this effort, all this work that they're putting in is going to translate into something really, really good for the pickleball journey. And so it's important that when you're working with students, that either they are showing a lack of confidence or not, there is going to be that there's going to be that lack of confidence, whether they display it or not, that you have to try to overcome and help them. So how do you do this? So here are some key things that I like to do with my students to make sure that they're feeling really good and that we are breaking their confidence barrier so that they are feeling better about themselves, about their game, and that they know that they can and will get better. And there's going to be more optimism in their game and their overall outlook of pickleball moving forward. So the first thing is making sure you have a safe environment. What I like to do right out of the gate in my coaching sessions is, especially new players, is let them know that it is a non-judgmental place, an environment where you're in, and that there's no saying I'm sorry. You know, a lot of people, when they hit a bad shot or doesn't go the right way, they say I'm sorry. I say I don't want to hear any of that. We're going to be thinking about this and with a growth mindset. And what that means is when we're saying things like, or they're saying things like, I can't do this. Well, you tack on the word yet. I can't do this yet, right? It's a growth mindset, meaning we may not be able to do it right now, but if we work hard and we put in the work, we will get to the place where you are doing it correctly. So that growth mindset. Another key thing that I like to harp upon is I tell them, don't worry about the result. What I mean by that is if we're doing a drill and they're learning something new, let's say that we're dinking and I'm having them open their paddle face, right, as they should be, to give them more loft and more lift to their dink, and they make a mistake, they hit into the net. I say, don't worry about the result. Worry about the mechanics, getting the mechanics right. Because if you get that behavior down and you're doing it correctly, eventually those results will be positive, okay? So it's important to let them know that you are not judging them. Well, you're not judging them at all, but you're certainly not judging them just on where the ball goes. Even the best players in the world hit the ball in the net. Ben Johns hit the ball in the net, hits it out, okay? It happens. But we're not focused on results right now. We are focused on doing the right behavior, the right movement, the right mechanics, so that you can practice this, you can drill the right mechanics. So then you go into a game and then you utilize those new skills and you have better results. That's really the coaching journey. But it goes back to the confidence thing. We cannot knock that confidence. We have to be building their confidence up throughout the session. And the only way to do that is to make sure that it's okay to, quote, fail, right? And I tell them I love failure because failure is the only way for us to get better. Okay. If I have a student comes into my class and they're doing everything right and they're not failing, they shouldn't be there, right? So failure is a good thing. Failure means that we can diagnose some things that we can fix to make your game better, and you feel more equipped to be successful and more confident in your game. Another way to boost confidence is to set incremental challenges or goals for them to build upon and develop a little successful runway. And so, what I usually do is if I am in a certain drill with someone in a private lesson, for example, and I'm trying to execute the whatever the drill is, and they're not executing it properly. It's very tough for me to help them succeed if they're lacking some of the tools or some of the proper mechanics to execute the drill. So what I do if they're struggling with the drill is to go back to basics. So, for example, if we're working on resetting the ball back to the middle of the court, if they're at the kitchen and they have a tough shot, and their paddle is being, they're instead of taking a short stroke, their paddle's going way back, right? It's tough for me to fix that particular issue within the drill because it's not for that. It's not to fix that large or long backswing. So what I'll do is I'll stop the session. This is just an example of what you can do. Stop the session. I go against the wall. I have them go against the wall, and I feed them balls to reinforce the proper swing path and how far back your paddle should go. So every time they want to go back too far, as you could guess, it hits the wall, right? So it's changing the muscle memory to do the right behavior. So even though we're digressing from the drill itself, it's important that they're doing the basics, the foundation of the drill, of the shot correctly. And sometimes you have to do that. Sometimes you have to digress. Take them out of the drill, go back to basics, make sure they're doing the shot right, and then pull them back into the drill, right? Those are the incremental successes, those stepping stones to build their confidence up that they are doing it correctly. Another thing I love to do is I like to catch people doing good things. You know, a lot of people will catch people doing bad things, but I like to catch people doing really good things and give them tons of praise. Give them a lot of admiration for the great work that they're doing, for doing the shot right. And I don't care if they're executing the shot to start off with once every 10 times. That one time, I'm reinforcing the good behavior, the right mechanics, and I'm just letting them know that, look, you can do this. Look, you're doing it. Okay, maybe you did it once out of 10 or 1 out of 20 times, but you did it right. So it's there. Okay, you have that potential. Now let's really cultivate that particular skill set and make sure we're doing it in a more repeatable, consistent basis. So I'll kind of leave you with this: is that confidence, just like a proper dink, can be developed, can be fostered, can be cultivated, and eventually can be improved. So as a coach, we're not just trying to improve the physical part of the game, the skills of the game, but also the mental side of the game as well. We have to kind of be doing both because both are very important. Because I could teach someone how to play pickleball, but if they don't have the confidence to execute the shots, then they're not going to be very successful. So it's a huge balance between the physical and the mental side of pickleball. And you really have to merge the two to get the best out of your students. And your students are going to be taking this newfound confidence, and it's not just going to be relegated to their pickleball game. They're gonna carry this confidence in other parts of their life as well, right? They're gonna know what struggling feels like, of course, within the pickleball court. They're gonna realize that, hey, I can overcome this, and that's gonna carry on to other parts of their life as well. So it's not just pickleball lessons; it's life lessons. It's realizations that even though you may be struggling with something and you can't do it, if you have the right guidance, if you stay focused and dedicated to what you're trying to accomplish, you're going to eventually overcome it, and you're going to have the confidence to do so. And so it's very important life lessons within as well. So I hope this helped anyone who's watching. If you're a coach or even a player, if you have any questions, let me know, and I hope you have a good day.